Okay, I'm out here in the garage. I think I'm going to take a break from my reloading session. I wanted to make a video. I did one on the gun buying, panic buying, or gun buying craze here caused by the pandemic. And there's a lot of people out there making videos about different things, and you know, with everything being restricted and all these changes coming at us so fast, so many different angles. There's people who are out of work. There's places are closed. The president's making an announcement every other day for different things. Very stressful, very nerve-wracking, and people are starting to get nervous. And then you hear people. I was out somewhere Thursday, and I heard an older gentleman on the telephone telling someone on the cell phone, "Well, did you go to the supermarket? So, you know, down the street. There's no bread. There's no nothing. The shelves are empty. They're running out of food already." And you know, and he's carrying on. Now they're going to declare martial law and all this other stuff. Well, with everything going on, people are somewhat unnerved by the events. And like I said, it's global. But a shortage of food, I doubt that. I don't believe that. I mean, when I'm out, there are still trucks on the road. You know, they like showing you on the news a deserted road, but there's still traffic out there. Trucks are still delivering goods to people, be it food, gasoline, whatever. You know, nobody's run out of gasoline yet. Okay. I think what's happened, and see, this is where people have to kind of calm down a little, is it's like whenever there's a snowstorm or something, there's always people rush out because they're going to be home for days. And this is what motivates people. You're telling people to stay home for not just 3 or 4 days, for a long period of time. So they're going to go to the store and they're going to pick up a bunch of stuff. They're going to stock up on food and stay inside. Okay, some places people are told to stay inside. It hasn't quite gotten to that point in my state yet, but some larger cities that shelter in place, which they're kind of suggesting or telling you, do not leave the building or go outside other than for something that is absolutely necessary. Okay, so people have went and basically cleaned out stores, and the difference between like food items and things like guns and ammo is food items are perishable. So the store's not going to have a huge stockpile of something that will spoil or goes past its expiration date in a short period of time, be it days or a week or something. And with all of these circumstances going on, people are going and buying more than normal, more than just like a few days' grocery or a week's groceries, okay? And it's creating this artificial atmosphere that, you know, there's nothing there. Because like my wife went Sunday, and she went to the Walmart. The Walmart doesn't have any restrictions or any kind of holding people up and that. And I will talk about Costco in the video. I have some video clips when I went Friday to Costco. Said she went in there and there were signs all over that just asked, please limit yourself to one item of bread or whatever. And she said nobody was checking you or pulling things out of people's carts or something at the checkout counter. And she goes, there was hardly any bread left. There was like the 2 or 3 items, and the whole aisle or racks were empty. A lot of canned food is gone. She goes, a lot of the frozen food, you know, basically them freezers were fairly empty. She goes, frozen pizzas or something was still there. Potatoes were all gone. A lot of the meat, when you went to the refrigerated section where the meat is, she goes, that was mostly gone. But she found chicken at Walmart where there was no chicken when I went with her that one day to Costco. You know, there was beef and fish and seafood, but there was no chicken, and I thought that was kind of odd. So my wife wants chicken tomorrow for dinner, so she found some chicken at Walmart. But, you know, to start this panic, and I see people getting aggravated over it, I don't believe there's a shortage of food. I just believe there's a rush on the stores. I mean, our highways are still open, and the trucks are still moving about, okay? It's just people have gathered up and bought a lot more than normal, and it takes time to stock it back up. But Sunday also, my friend went over to the Dollar General when we were down in Randleman, and the little flea market we were at's right across the street from it. And he went in there, and of course, I guess he lives alone or whatever. He never mentioned a wife, and kind of afraid to ask. You don't want to hear the divorce stories. So he went in to get his fair share of, for dinner, and he said the beanie weenies, Spam, and all the canned stuff was gone. He got one of the last cans of sardines, and there are a lot of people that if they're not eating fast food or eating out, they eat canned food or something simple to make, okay? So that's why a lot of that's gone. But I don't believe there's going to be a food crisis or riots over it or anything like that. Now, Costco, I went Friday to get prescriptions, and I got a couple clips there, and of course I did go when it first opened. Okay, so bear in mind, everyone was out there waiting to get in. Costco is a very large store, and there's always, whenever it opens, a large number of people there right when the doors open, no matter what. And the virus or the rush has nothing to do with it. It's a very popular store, it's a very large store, and there's always a lot of people in it, okay? But I'll show you some clips of the line, and there's 3 clips, and then we come to the barricade part there where if you look, the blue skids that form the barricades around the doors. Okay, the line at Costco, it's kind of like the old Soviet days. It goes around the building, just about, and down all the way. Okay, so like I said, I went there and I had to go all the way around behind the building. It took me about 25-30 minutes to get in. It went well. I mean, there was no huge long wait. There were a lot of people going in. It's just they're regulating it. And when you get up to the barricades, it's just you come up. They do come out and wipe down all the carts. And when you would come up to the door, they'd let someone in, you show your membership card, the person goes in, and like I said, just like the on-ramp on the LA freeway, one employee would ask you, just stop with your cart, just wait a minute. And they wait something like 15 to 20 seconds. They just make you wait a second. Then they go, all right, sir, you can go ahead. And this time it's kind of funny. I went in there and they got pallets of toilet paper right there by the door. And when I walked through the door, an employee steps up to me and goes, sir, do you need any toilet paper? And he was ready, and when people were going yes, he would take a packet off and put it in their cart for them right by the door. So there's no rush, no panic on the hottest item during this whole crisis. So I said, okay, I just have to go to the pharmacy. So I get to the pharmacy, and when I get there, safe social distance, I keep forgetting the term, I wrote it down but I didn't bring the paper with me. Social distancing, I guess they call it. It's the 6 feet. And I'll show you the clip when I got in line to the pharmacy. Generally, there's a little sign posted, please wait here till your turn. But now they got the yellow bars to know the exact distance, so you know what the exact social distance is. Okay, so I get up there, and sometimes in the pharmacy you gotta wait a little bit. So I had to wait a while, longer. And I got my prescriptions and out the door I went. Okay, so it's not that bad, but people have mentioned going to different stores that things are missing, but I believe if everyone stays calm and this, give it a few days, let the people deliver the food there. Okay, and it'll be back to normal again. I don't foresee a shortage or getting really nervous or upset over it. Kind of my wife did, but they say non-essential people. Well, truck drivers, factory workers, people producing produce, caring for the animals at a dairy farm, they're essential workers, and they have to go to work. So that's my take on that, and stay tuned.